Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. First, to get it out of the way, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. Made it over the 50 hump. I'd like to thank Nick, Kicks, and Comics for spreading the word. And I'd like to thank some of my new viewers. One of them, happy to see, DJ Links is following. He has a great YouTube show. You should check that out on comic book mystery boxes and other comic book hauls, etc. But this is the 19th episode of my show. This show obviously focuses on comics, and it's called You Love Comic Books. But it's a focus on comic book hauls, comic book speculations, comic book stuff from my collection, and I'll even do like some quick reviews on some new books that I get, the weekly pull list. And I definitely this is a good episode that you're getting into. Well, you know what? Every episode of You Love Comic Books is a good episode. There's 19 of them. Well, this will be the 19th. There's 18 others. Check them out. I try to go in depth, with the knowledge I have of the books I buy, and kind of give a little detail, give a reason why I bought it or what reason it is. Is it a key? Is it not? Is it just run filler? Is it just a fun find? Sometimes it's just, you'll see that in here too. Some of these are just fun finds. And I also have like a list that I sometimes stray too far from. Some of them are reasonable picks. Some of them are like books that I'm never going to be able to get because, well, I'm not a millionaire. But hey, who knows? Maybe one day I will be. All right, let's get into it. Hulk 4. This is the Donny Cates series. Again, real quick, if you watch my show, I've talked about all the other 3 issues. This is what I call Starship Dave. It's an Eddie Murphy movie. It's called Dave. It came out years ago, where he is actually an alien spaceship being, and a whole entire like Star Trek crew is running that, and they're trying to pretend to be a human on Earth. That's what this comic is. So the Hulk has kind of been taken over by Banner. He's kind of turned the Hulk into a spaceship, and Banner run is like the Captain Kirk inside of Hulk's head. It's an interesting concept, but like I said, I always think of the Eddie Murphy movie. We're 4 issues in. There's some multiverse stuff going on here. It's a fun read. It's not. Is it my favorite Hulk stories ever? No, I don't think so. But one key that's important is it entertaining? Yes, it's very entertaining. Ryan Otley's a great artist, as you can see from his cover, all the awesome monsters that he draws. He's the artist famous for Invincible. And, Donny Cates does a really good job, it flows really good. It's not boring in any way. We'll just see where it goes. I really don't know what direction it's going to go. It is one of those weird, are they making Bruce Banner a villain again? I don't know. We'll see. Darth Vader, this is number 20. Darth Vader has consistently been the best of, I think, all the Star Wars comic books, each series. I still think the Greg Pak, I think that's volume 2, that was probably the best out of all the Darth Vader series. That focused on his first couple of years as being Vader. It was just really good. This storyline's cool because they brought in Padme's handmaiden from the episode 1. Basically shows up. I forgot the actress that actually played her. She ended up becoming a big actress. So she's kind of, it's like an interesting setup. Here comes this woman that kind of looks like Padme. And we all know how Anakin is about Padme, even though he's Vader. I don't know. The story's good. Involves Crimson Reign, as you can see on the title on the top. Fantastic Four: The Reckoning War and Fantastic Four Reckoning War one-shot. I read the one-shot. It was fun. I normally would not buy these things. I usually tend to not. I just feel like, it's just a way for them to get another $5 out of you. But this was really good. It's got good art. Pacheco and Magno. It's like two, basically, like, they split the book in half or something. There's some payoff storylines that go back from like She-Hulk Volume 1 or Volume 2, not whatever it is, the Dan Slott run. Sorry, that's like Volume 3. I take that back. And then current, Fantastic Four and bringing Nick Fury back, the original senior, as they call it. Fantastic Four 40 continues the story. I will admit I did not finish it yet. So far, it's good. Now, I don't know if Reckoning War is one of these big, like, is it going to go outside of Fantastic Four? Is it going to be this big crossover? I don't think it's going to be. I think it was just this one shot. And then there's just the, I think it's just a story that's going to stick with Fantastic Four, which means it'll actually be good. I feel like when they do these crossovers and they involve too many comics, it ends up being a big mess. I did not read this yet. I read this one, The Secret of the Origin of Barney. This is a one-shot, 80-page giant. This is the Geiger series. I enjoyed it. Geiger. I think it was like 6 issues so far. And this is kind of like a setup for other series that they're doing. So, I mean, if you're a Geiger fan, it's worth it. I mean, obviously, it's an expensive book. It's an $8 book for a new one. I enjoyed it so far, and we'll be excited to finish it. Let's get to the haul. All right, this is one I've been trying to find for a decent price, a decent grade, or whatever you want to call it, condition. I'm not looking to get these things CGC'd or anything, but I like them to be presentable. I mean, if you look at this is Strange Tales 178. This is the first appearance of the Magus. That's the big key. This is also like, so basically Warlock is an interesting character. And that like his origins are like all over the place. He gets introduced to Fantastic Four, he's him. He shows up and fights Thor as him again. And then in Marvel Premiere 1, he's actually becomes Warlock. So that's an expensive issue. It's almost considered like a first appearance in itself. And then Marvel Premiere 2 as Warlock. And then he gets his own series for 8 issues. It gets canceled. And then, I don't know what they did with the character. Oh, I think they finished the storyline in the Hulk, which is like 177, 178. And then, I don't know what they did. I think there's a break in how many years he's gone. I don't know. He shows back up in Strange Tales 178. And he takes over the series for 4 issues, 179, 180, 181. Now, these are, 181 is probably the cheapest out of them. 178 tends to be an expensive one. 179 used to be not as expensive, but with Pit Patrol showing up in Eternals, and I think it's considered early appearances of other characters. That one went up, and then 180 is probably rivals this one in price. That's the first appearance of Gamora. This one I got for a good price. I got this for $50, and I think for the price that it was, I've seen this go for like easily $100. It's got like, a little bit of chipping on top, but like a little bit of stress. This is not a 9.8 by any means. There's a tiny little tear here, but you know what? I'm happy to have this book, and I'm happy to have it in the condition. I just need to get 180 now to complete this 4-issue run. And then the interesting is, after this storyline, then it goes back into Warlock. And instead of giving him a number 1, they decided to start at issue 9, which was like 4 years later or something. I don't know. You could Google search, like, if you look up like Warlock printing history, it'll show you. There's a good gap between issue 8 and issue 9. And then, like I said, these 4 issues are in between. But happy to have that. Question number 17, as you can see, I got for 8. This is an interesting issue. This is considered the first appearance of Rorschach in the DC universe. It's weird. I looked through it and everything. I didn't read it 100%, but like the question or something, the character is reading a comic starring Rorschach. But it is considered the first appearance of Rorschach. And this book can go for easily 20 or over. This is in decent condition. Happy to have it. Here we go. So if you watched my last episode, you'll see that I had Rem Stimpy number 1. Well, I found Rem Stimpy number 44. And the significance of this issue is that, well, look at that. It's the last issue. Look at that. Cheesy ass 3D type. It's awesome. Last issues of series like this tend to go for a lot of money. The print runs are significantly lower. They're harder to get. I could name a couple of different series where the last issue goes for a significant amount. Silver Surfer Volume 3, whatever it is, the long one, the one at 143, that could go for like $50 easily. I seen this one, I got for $3.50. It is in excellent shape. This is in really good shape. For a book like this, these type of books, every time I see Ren and Stimpy books in back issue bins or anything, they look like crap because it was like little kids that got them, and they roll the shit out of them. Pardon my French. I think I'm going to get flagged if I keep cursing. I'm not going to talk like that. I'm not making any money on this, so who cares? But whatever. Who knows? Maybe once I get to 60 followers, that will change. Regardless, happy to have this. This is a book that can go for way more. Happy. Now, would I pay $50 for this? No, I would not. But I'll gladly pay $3.50. So happy to have this in the collection. Here's another one I've been looking for a while, and I've had a hard time finding it in good condition. And found this again. This one was only like $3 or $4. This is the first time Peacemaker teams up, or I guess shoots, Vigilante, according to this cover. With the Peacemaker series, if you've been watching it, which is an awesome show, the season finale just aired earlier this week. They announced the season 2. People like Vigilante, they love this character. They love the Peacemaker show. The show, these two characters are great on screen together. Peacemaker first appearance is going to be a very expensive book because it was like a Charlton or whatever it was from the 60s. But you can get the Vigilante first appearance, which, if you watch my last video, Teen Titans Annual 2. But this is considered a key, again, because this is the first time Peacemaker teams up, or I guess shoots Vigilante. Happy to have this book. Happy to get it for the price. I've seen this thing going for like $40 or $50 easily now. And like I said, this is in really, really solid condition. This is like, I found this in a bin in a store. It looked like no one ever came there to look for Vigilante. The draw was completely undisturbed. So I'm glad to find it. Another book that I found, before I get to Devil Dinosaur 2, let's see if I can do this, because I'm holding the camera with one hand and probably need to learn to get a mechanism. I saw this mentioned on Tales from the Flip Side, which is a YouTube show. And, I was at that same store where I got the Vigilante, the Ren Stimpy, the Question. And I was like, I had it in my head, I'm like, you know what? This store has like the file drawers, and they were filled with lots of different comics. And I was like, I'm just going to check Robotech. Robotech is an interesting series. And I'm going to see if I can find issue 13 of Robotech 2, The Sentinels, and see if I can find this book that was brought up by Tales of the Flip Side. There's a really big reason why. If I could just get the page. Here we go. So basically, Malibu Sun, which has Spawn on the cover. That issue, I think it was like a magazine or something. That goes for crazy money because they consider that like the first preview of Spawn. Supposedly, and I could be wrong, you could Google search this if you want, this ad in this issue predates that comic, or magazine, whatever you want to call it, by a month or whatever. This is considered the very first, and I could be wrong. You could leave a comment, say that I'm wrong. That's fine. This is still very early appearance of Spawn, predating the comic, predating previews or whatever. This is considered one of the earliest, if not the first, printed appearance of Spawn in a comic book. I've seen people trying to sell this, for $300. I mean, I paid, what did I put for this? Oh, I don't have the price tag. I ripped it off. I put it in a nice bag. I paid like $4 for this, I think. Now this, let me get, as you look at it, this is not in perfect condition. This is this black cover. It has a bunch of spine ticks. But, I mean, overall, and, you know, it's got some, it's been held. People read it. It's not in the greatest condition. I mean, I guess if I got it pressed, maybe some of these would press out. But, you know, to get this for what the price it is, like, I myself would never pay $300 for this. I mean, I like McFarlane. He's one of my favorite artists. I like Spawn, but it's just not something. But if I find it in a drawer somewhere and it's $4, I'm going to grab it. And, well, you know, I'm going to hold on to this one for a while, see what happens. It's in the collection. I'll probably, if I don't do something within a month, I'll probably forget I had it. But, just saying, if you see this book, with the boobas on the cover, just keep in mind that in the middle of the book is a full 2-page, just what I showed you, a 2-page spread of Spawn. If you look up the printing history, I think people are just discovering that this book predates those other comics. So you might not even see this one. That's how obscure this one is. So this might be considered the first appearance of Spawn. Who knows? Maybe. Devil Dinosaur #2. Got this one for $2. It's a mid-grade copy. It's decent. If you watched any of my older videos, I picked up a CBCS or whatever. I don't know, the other grading company. I apologize. I'm butchering the name. Got a 9.4 in the #1. I figured #2, being that it was only $2, I mean, it's got like a little ding there. But overall, decent copy. $2 for the second appearance, second issue of Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy. Happy to have it. Okay, this one I got for, well, they gave me a little discount in the end on these, so it was less than that. This one, they were selling for $15. But again, I got a discount on it. This is issue 40 of Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom, Daredevil are in this. It's a story to do with the Baxter Building. I don't know if this has any real key significance, but I would say any issue early Fantastic Four with Dr. Doom on the cover, you want to grab. And the fact that it has Daredevil as an appearance on the cover as well. Like I said, this cover, I mean, it looks great. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like the spine got messed up over here. That will bring down the value of this a lot. But I got this for really cheap, and you know, like I said, it's a pre-issue, you know, pre-Silver Surfer era, I'll call it, you know, 48s and all that, of that Fantastic Four. It's got Dr. Doom on the cover. It presents really well if you just ignore that part. I'm happy to have it in the collection. All right, here's one. This was a more expensive book, but I've been wanting this one for a while. This is considered the first appearance. Sorry, I take that back. This is the origin of the Black Knight. He first premieres in, his character premieres, I think, in like an Atlas comic or something. But the Dane Whitman shows up in 47-48 Avengers. This is his origin. This book has picked up. This book has seen it go for several, you know, I've seen some lower prints go for like 20 and then higher grade go for like 80 or 100. This book was picking up a lot before Eternals came out. I think now, if you're looking for Black Knight, sorry, did I say Black Panther the entire time? Oops. If you're looking for any Black Knight comics, this is the time to get it before they announce Heron, is that his name? Oh my god, I'm screwed up names. The guy from Game of Thrones. If he shows up in any other movies or they announce any, this book will shoot right back up. So happy to get it at, you know, around this time. Okay, this was a book. This is just Strange Academy #3. I figured, and it's in excellent condition. Any Strange Academy, if I find it for like below cover price or whatever, I'll probably grab it. Especially like the earlier issues. Cosmic Ghost Rider 2, second print. Cosmic Ghost Rider 1, sorry, second printing. Again, got this below cover price. Just a great cover. This is the first appearance of Lady Octopus. I forgot her actual name. Her character does show up in the Spider-Verse cartoon. This isn't like not the greatest condition. It is a newsstand though. Look at that. It is a newsstand. So I don't know if that means anything. Happy to have it. I got it for like less than $3. Scarlet Witch #1. I've been wanting to find this one for a while. Got this for less than cover. Like I think I got it for $3. It's in decent condition. I think it has like one little spine tick on the side, but this book has been picking up. This series has been picking up. Man-Wolf, Creatures on the Loose 36. This is the Man-Wolf. He has a couple of different issues in this storyline, or in this series. Got this for $3. It's a mid-grade copy. It's okay. This is an upgrade copy for me. Got this one for $5, which is a really good price for a pretty decent copy. It has like two little spine ticks here, but overall, excellent condition copy. This book is considered the, She-Hulk joins the team. So, happy to have it. This book has been picking up because it's considered, it's like She-Hulk joins the Avengers. And with the She-Hulk series coming out, she shows up in the Avengers, this book's going to blow up. Isn't that funny? The Invisible Girl. Finally picked up on that. It's kind of funny. Star Slayer, issue 5. This is the second appearance of Gru in the back. There's like a 4 or 6 page storyline. I got this for like $5. I kind of wish I didn't get this one though. There's a big bend on the back. It's like one of those things. I always try to make sure to look at the books when I get them. But I mean, whatever. It wasn't the most expensive. Still, would have liked it without the big bend on the back. Avengers 187. This is part of the early like Wanda Goes Nuts storyline. 186, I think, is the bigger issue. That involves like Wanda Gore and everything like that. But I've been wanting to get this one. I got it for like $8, which is a really good price for this comic in this condition. I've seen it go for like $30. It's like I would say a VF, close to a VF. V plus, I don't know. And then this one, this was a fun buy. I got this one for only $5, and it's a newsstand. This is not the greatest condition, but it's not that bad either. For $5, this doesn't really have any like serious damage to it. I mean, it has a couple of spine ticks, but like Gru's been picking up because they announced the series. We'll see if it goes anywhere. Like I said, I will gladly find a decent looking copy for $5. I will gladly go out and buy that. Would I pay $50 to $100 for Gru? No. No, I will do that for Robotech. Not for Robotech either. I would do that for Warlock, because that's a book I've been trying to find for a long time. I'm happy to have this. This is I think this has what we call pressable defects. And so we'll see. I'm just happy to have this book. I mean, as a kid, I used to always find this book kind of funny. He was a guy from Mad Magazine. If you ever read Mad Magazine. Sergio Arones. I'm probably saying his name wrong. He would do like little interstitials in the corners, like little gags throughout the mag. And then he would also have bigger comics in the Mad Magazine. So, just to run through these really quick, I think I found some good stuff over the past week or two. Some things that I've been actually looking for, some stuff that's just for fun. This is something I've been wanting to add. This is just a fun find. This is something I'm happy to have. This is something I've actually been looking for. Fun find. And then this guy, which is something I've been really trying to find for a long time. All right, well, and then, of course, there's this thing, which will probably put my kid through college. Just kidding. All right, so thank you again. You're going to see the last episode here, episode there, and you're also going to see the icon, become subscribe to the show, become part of the conversation, leave a comment, be nice, of course. I will respond to all comments, or as best as I can. Yeah. All right, well, that was it. Thank you so much, and have a good one. Bye.